What if your life had a purpose you never imagined? What if one day everything changed and you were called to do something extraordinary? This is the story of a girl named Esther, a girl who would go from an unknown orphan to the most powerful woman in Persia, a girl who would save an entire nation. Have you ever felt small and unimportant? What if God has placed you in a special position for a reason? That's exactly what happened to Esther, but she didn't know it yet. King Xerxes ruled over Persia, the most powerful empire of its time. He loved throwing feasts and celebrating his greatness, until one day, something happened that changed everything. The king calls for Queen Vashti to appear before his guests, but she refuses.
How dare she disobey me?
A royal advisor whispers to the king, advising him to remove Vashti. Just like that, Vashti was gone, and a new search for a queen began. Sometimes life changes in unexpected ways, but God is still in control. Esther was a kind, beautiful young Jewish girl, raised by her cousin Mordecai. She never imagined that one day she would be taken from her home. Young women from across the kingdom were chosen to come to the palace. Esther was one of them, but no one knew she was Jewish. Sometimes God places us in situations we don't understand at first. The women prepared for an entire year before seeing the king, but Esther was different. She wasn't just focused on beauty, she had a kind heart. Esther would always kindly interact with the palace staff members. Esther began approaching the throne, humble yet dignified.
This one, she shall be my queen.
God doesn't just look at appearances. He sees the heart. But not everyone in the palace was good. Haman, the king's most powerful official, wanted everyone to bow to him. But Mordecai stands firm as Haman approaches.
How dare you refuse to bow to me?
Haman convinces King Xerxes to sign a law that would destroy all Jews. Mordecai writes an urgent message to Esther. Standing for what's right isn't always easy. Mordecai sent a message. You must go to the king and beg him to save our people. But Esther was afraid, due to the severe penalty for anyone who goes to the king uninvited.
If I perish, I perish.
But Esther found favor with the king, and her request to prepare a banquet for the king and Haman was granted. Esther began preparing the banquet. Faith requires courage, even when it's scary. Esther confronts Haman and exposes his plot against the Jews. Esther reveals Haman's plan to kill all Jews to the king.
Haman, you have betrayed me.
Tension rises as guards approach Haman. They seize and drag Haman away, and surprise Mordecai brought before the king. The king honors Mordecai with a medal. Persian city becomes alive with celebration. Jewish people dance in the streets. God is always working behind the scenes, even when we don't see it. Because of Esther's courage, the Jewish people were saved. To this day, they celebrate this victory during the festival of Purim.